But we can hear Joe, and Joe is now joining us from the Austin Car Celebrity Golf Tournament. Joe, first and foremost, LeBron. What about him? Today, tomorrow, next month? What do you think?
So over the weekend, I've had some discussions with the people closest to him about how this is going to go. And we're kind of chewing the fat. And I said, listen, on Monday is the Austin Car Celebrity Outing. And everyone who covers the Cavs will be at this thing, including, members of the organization itself. And so who I'm talking to interrupts me and goes, yeah, I don't think that we're going to make our announcement at some golf course on the east side of Cleveland. I'm like, no. I'm saying wait until Tuesday. Please. If you guys have waited 20 days, you can make it one more day.
Does that mean they're going back to the Boys and Girls Club then?
Listen, Zach, I have been all over them, not for the answer. That's going to come on their own time. But I have been all over them about how are you going to do this? This will be the fourth time that he's switched teams. Every time that he's actually left a team, it's been a groundbreaking sort of media changing event. From the Boys and Girls Club that you mentioned, then the Lee Jenkins article on July 11th, right, 2014, and then the last one, like they kind of they turned the clock back 30 years with basically a press release. Yeah, I mean, if they could have found a fax machine, I think they would have used that. So who knows? Rich Paul, his agent, has assured me that this will not happen on his podcast, but LeBron has like 3 or 4 podcasts too. So I am on the edge of my seat like the rest of everybody, just trying to figure out how this is going to go.
What's the biggest factor? We've heard, rumblings in LA. He didn't feel appreciated. Then we heard that it's, up to his daughter, who's the main, in his family. And then, so we've heard a lot of different other things. And then Rich Paul tells us, hey, listen, he still want to win. He still wants to go to a team that can win. What do you think the major contributing factor is of where he'll actually go?
I have been saying this the moment that it came out that he was no longer going to go to LA, which is we really don't know, and we shouldn't assign any single set of beliefs or values to what this decision is going to be. Like, yes, Rich Paul has said, well, he wants to win, but he wants to be comfortable and happy, but we don't really know what that means. I think he'll have an opportunity to do almost all those things at any of the major, the 4 places that we keep talking about. People say that about Zuri, but then again, like for years, we've been saying he will end his career in Los Angeles. Why? Because that's where Savannah and Zuri are most comfortable. And now he's not going to end his career in LA. So I just wouldn't, there isn't any one set of factors or circumstances that I would apply to this. And, I just think it's going to be fascinating.
So the fact that we've made it this far, Joe.
Yes.
Is it a troll job? Is it setting up this media changing event, or has there been real deliberation?
Zach, that's a great question. I think it's all of the above.
Yeah.
I think that he has been relaxing. He has been taking time. They did see what happened early in free agency. We did have some major movement, both in Philadelphia and then also just the Draymond Green opting out. That was not supposed to happen. Steve Kerr went to bed on Sunday night, not knowing that Monday morning Draymond was going to do that. So some of these things were the kinds of things LeBron was waiting to see. I also think they've probably taken too long if he doesn't pick here.
Yes.
I feel like if he decides to go somewhere else, when they come back, when whatever team he picks comes back and plays in Cleveland, I actually think he'll get booed. Because this has been however long, and it's kind of dragged it out, and Clevelanders have kind of gotten their hopes up again. If he would have made his pick on July 4th or 3rd or whatever and just said, yeah, it's Miami, I think everybody would have gotten over that. So I do think they've overplayed their hand here a little bit.
Joe, we'll get you out of here on this question. We'll bring Danny Cunningham in next, but better chance, which happens, you shooting under par today or LeBron picking a team that none of us expect him to join?
I think it would probably be the former, just because it would be, even for them, like after on the heels of their tequila stunt last year, where everyone thought he was going to announce his retirement, then it was just a tequila commercial. Even for them, a pivot away from one of the 4 to 6 teams would, I can't see it, so I'm going with Team Vardon to go way under par today.
All right, here we go.
All right, Joe, we'll hit it straight. Good luck. Thank you for joining us here on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We're going to trade in one excellent Cavs reporter for another. Danny Cunningham, now joining us from the Locked On Cavs podcast. Danny,
What's up, guys?
you versus Joe in golf. Who's taking the win?
Last time Joe and I played golf together, as he exits the room, I took him down. He has a winning record, I believe, 2-1 against me
Okay.
all time. But we played in Toledo the day of Game 7 against the Pistons because you're driving back and forth in that series. We played the day of Game 7 against Detroit, and I took him down. He won the first 3 holes, and I closed out the match. I think on the 14th or 15th green. I got really hot. It was a great time.
Nice.
Yeah, really enjoyed that one.
Very nice.
You're back from summer league.
I am. I probably spent about a day too long in Vegas. I'll tell you that much. There's a time limit on how long you want to be in that city, and I think I surpassed it.
Okay. So the store's going to sell more Meleek Thomas jerseys.
I mean, I think it's going to be LeBron jerseys, but man, I got to say, I was impressed with Meleek Thomas. I did not see him having that big of an impact. And listen, it's summer league. No one wants to overreact to summer league. We all say that all the time about summer league.
Oh.
But it's going to be dangerous. It's dangerous. You don't want to set yourself up for that.
He was the one that built the Amani Bates statue after summer league. So just know who you're talking to and keep it in context.
I mean, who could forget the Isaiah Mobley Summer League MVP championship?
Him and Sam Merrill, that was a legendary championship organization back then, man. We talk about it, man. I tell you though, look, Malik. My dad came to me and said, "Hey, man, what you think about him being in the rotation?" I said, "Dad, I like him too, but if LeBron comes back, everything's off the table. He'll be right in the G League hanging out. But I will say, he can play. McNuggets, I'll give you credit for it. You spot shadowed him." I said, "What is he going to look like?" He said, "If they get him, this guy is a scorer, and he's going to score a lot because that's what he does well."
I was really impressed with the touch that he has with the basketball in his hands. I was impressed with the way that he was a scorer at all 3 levels. I think there are some things that need to be improved, obviously. I mean, you're talking about a 2nd-round pick, and it is incredibly unfair. And I said this about Jalen Tyson 2 years ago. I said it about Tyrese Proctor last year. It's incredibly unfair to expect a rookie on a team that expects to compete for a title. It's incredibly unfair to expect that guy to have a winning impact. But man, you watch the way Meleek Thomas operates, the way he's able to create some separation, the way he's able to get his shot off. Now, I think the shot selection needs a little bit of improvement. He's taken some shots that I don't necessarily think you want him or really anyone taking. But I came away from Vegas so impressed with what we saw from that guy, especially at 19 years old.
The way he was able to score later in summer league when teams knew, hey, this kid can play. He's coming out. He was leading the summer league in points per game. He ended up averaging 28.3 points per game in summer league, which did end up leading the entire tournament, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it.
The city of Las Vegas.
Yeah, the fact that he was still able to get to his spots when so much of the defensive attention was focused on him and him solely later, I thought was the most impressive part.
So one of the other things I thought was really impressive was go back to that game against Miami where he had 35. Mm-hmm. And the record for most points in a summer league game is 47. It was set back in 2009 by Anthony Morrow, which no one remembers, but I had to look up because I'm like, Meleek Thomas is 33 points through 3 quarters. Whatever this record is, it has to be in jeopardy here.
We did a trivia question on it the next day, and Anthony Morrow, do you know who else was on that team?
I don't.
Steph Curry.
Oh,
that was the Steph Curry summer league team. So
wow.
I don't think the Cavs have Steph Curry on their summer league team this year. But the fact that he had 33 points through 3 quarters and wasn't just oh man, I'm going to gun for the record here. He took 3 shots in the 4th quarter. He played basketball the right way the whole time. And I think that to me is the thing that really stands out. Because you can learn a lot about a guy in that situation. No one would have blamed him if he goes out in the 4th quarter, takes 10 shots, tries to score those 18 points, put his name in the record books. But instead, it was just doing everything that the defense gave him. And I think that says a lot about who he is. And I think that's a really good sign.
I look at it like this. I would love to see him, kind of grow and get into the rotation. Really quickly, if you look at it, will people overestimate or get super excited and just pencil the Cavs in if they get LeBron? Because I think because I'm wondering from a basketball standpoint, we kind of temper our expectations, but when you get to it, people are gonna be excited.
Absolutely, and I think that there's a case to be made that every team in the Eastern Conference that finished the regular season above the Cavs in the standings got at least a little bit worse. It's not to say the Knicks aren't still really good; they should still be regarded as the favorites and the best team in the East. But them losing Mitchell Robinson, I think, is a big deal. I think Boston losing Jaylen Brown is a big deal. Yeah. I think Detroit losing Isaiah Stewart is kind of a big deal. And that Jalen Duren situation, I would expect him to be back, but people don't forget the way you're treated in
Yes.
restricted free agency. Like there's going to be something there. And I think if the Cavs add LeBron, like they're going to be significantly better, at least in my opinion. And then you look at the teams below the Cavs, and we don't know what's going on with the Kawhi situation somehow still. I think all the teams below the Cavs got better, and I think all the teams above the Cavs got worse. So if they add LeBron, I think it's fair to say they should be favorites or at least co-favorites with New York in the Eastern Conference.